How well do you know South LA? Well, today I have 10 facts about this region that you may not already know, and just about most of them will make you appreciate this region just a bit more. Believe it or not, South LA has an astounding history. This region dates back to the early 1880s, being one of the few pockets minorities were able to live in early Los Angeles, and it expanded rapidly. Today's South Central has more than 750,000 residents that are spread across 51 square miles, 25 neighborhoods, and 3 unincorporated communities. In fact, if South Los Angeles was its own city, it would rank in the top 25 most populous cities in the United States. That's right, this region has more people than Washington, D.C., Denver, Colorado, or even Boston, Massachusetts. Filled with low-rise development, plenty of eateries, and several homes, this region is actually packed with both welcoming and not so nice surprises. So let's get started. Number 10, South LA holds the only historically black university west of Texas. Historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs for short, are institutions that were founded to serve and educate black students, especially before the Civil Rights Act of 1964. A private nonprofit institution, Charles Drew University, was built in 1966 in Willowbrook. The graduate school immediately associated itself with the nearby Martin Luther King Jr. Outpatient Center and serves as a rotation center for training doctors. Number 9, South LA only has one Target, kind of. Like me, residents of South LA are far too familiar with driving long distances to shop at department stores and big box retailers. Take a look at a map. Targets are all around South LA, including Gardena, Inglewood, Carson, Culver City, and even Compton. In 2017, USC reopened its USC Village, which holds a miniature Target intended for light errands. It also holds a Trader Joe's, Amazon Hub Locker Plus, and at least a dozen food spots. Number 8. Most of LA's light rail trains run through South LA. Where are all my Metro fanatics? Right, this is LA. Regardless, LA has really doubled down on its train game since the 1990s. The A-Line or Blue Line extends from Long Beach to downtown LA, with the majority of the stops in South LA. The C-Line or Green Line rides along the 105 freeway from Norwalk to Hawthorne, servicing the edge of South LA. The Expo Line, E-Line, which runs from downtown to Santa Monica, zips through South LA's University and Exposition Parks. And the Crenshaw Line, which connects LAX to Leimert Park, riding Crenshaw through South LA. Number 7, Inglewood and Compton are not a part of South LA. If you're from here, you already know this. If you're not from here, you need to know this. Inglewood and Compton sit on the edge of South Los Angeles, but are full-fledged cities. Compton and Inglewood have their own city councils and mayors. James T. Butts Jr. is the mayor of Inglewood, and Asia Brown is the mayor of Compton. Number 6, Watts is not a city. While we're on this topic, Watts, California is not a real place anymore. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, Watts was an independent city that experienced rapid development because of its proximity to the Watts train station. In 1926, Los Angeles consolidated Watts into the city, officially making it a neighborhood of South LA. Number 5, Fatburger started in South LA. Boy, I could really go for some fat fries right now. In 1947, Lovey Yancey opened up a Mr. Fatburger, a humble hamburger stand on Western Avenue in Jefferson Park that had a smashing success. In 1952, she dropped the Mr. off of Fatburger, and the stand continued to rank as a local favorite. Around 1990, Yancey sold the rights to Fatburger to a larger company but maintained her original stand on Western. That original building still stands today. Kind of. After the original Fatburger stand ceased operation in early 2000s, the building was sold to a developer. After a short contest, the hamburger stand was not raised in the construction of a new 61-unit low-income housing apartment. Instead, it was built in it. The hamburger stand looks nothing like how Yancey left it, but they did leave this nice plaque in her honor. Number 4, minorities couldn't buy in most of South LA until 1948. There's no question that South LA is the home of hundreds of thousands of people of color in Los Angeles, but It wasn't always like that. In a previous video, I talk about how housing covenants prevented black people and other minorities from specifically buying property outside of the historic South Central and Watts areas. And neighborhoods like View Park and Leimert Park were out of the question. Number 3, house prices in South LA outpace regional affordability. According to Redfin, the median sale price of a home in South LA was $395,000 in December of 2016. In December of 2020, that number jumped to $610,000. That's a 54% increase in sale price within 5 years. According to the 2008 American Community Survey, the average household income in South LA is $55,000, and an estimated 65% of households are renting. Number 2, Pepperdine University used to be in South Los Angeles. Yeah, you heard that right. Before its sprawling 138-acre Malibu campus was even a thought, Pepperdine University had a 34-acre campus in the Vermont Knolls neighborhood that formerly held a mansion on an oversized estate. The university's website reads, in October of 1968, the college received a remarkable donation of 138 acres of undeveloped ranch land in Malibu. In the mid-70s, the university sold its South Los Angeles space to housing developers, but the bulk of the area is now home to the Crenshaw Christian Center and its gigantic Faith Dome. Number 1, the first Olympic Village was built in South LA. According to KCET, the first Olympic Village was built for the 1932 Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles in Baldwin Hills. The specific area is now the east section of the large Kenneth Hahn Park. To honor that spot, Kenneth Hahn Park has one tree planted for each nation that participated in the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles. This area is called the Olympic Forest. So there it is, everyone. These are 10 facts about South LA that you may not have known. So I hope that this video helped and even encouraged you to appreciate the region a bit more. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and it helps people find this content more easily. Thanks, and I'll see you around on the recap.